All right, I'm here again to ask some more questions. And I guess that's just what this YouTube channel is now, is I'm just gonna ask questions because I just found it better than expressing an opinion on something um, and learning from it. I better just ask questions um, and see what people think. I would rather conversation than debate. So, um, yeah, what's the deal with politics? Let's talk about it. And some of my more recent videos have been specified to Christians and to Mormons, scratching that idea. Um, well, not that whole idea. I still want to hear from Christians and Mormons, but I want to make the videos accessible to anyone who's curious or has thoughts on the matter. Um, but as someone who believes in God and believes that I'm not an atheist by any means. Like, I believe that there's a spiritual world. Um, and so with that, uh, what do we think about politics? Should we have an opinion or a stance on politics? It's a genuine question. And um, if no, then okay. If yes, if we should, then um, how should we go about it? Should I be on one side of a party and hate the other side, or think the other side is wrong or is evil? Um, should I argue with them? Should I judge them? Should I tell them that they're wrong and why they're wrong? Those are genuine questions. And the reason I ask those genuinely is because it's just something that's so prevalent in our world, at least for me in the United States, and what I see on social media is it's a lot of bickering, it's a lot of hating, it's a lot of contention, with politics and the different sides and the different takes on um, events and things that happen. And so, uh, as anyone who has an opinion on this, um, especially if you believe in something spiritual, what do you think your role as a person is with politics? And I guess for me, where I'm at is I've been considering this and I've just been seeing I cannot genuinely, with the trueness of myself and um, my experiences and beliefs, as imperfect as they are, I just genuinely don't think politics is that important. And um, now, however, it doesn't mean that I think there shouldn't be politics or that we shouldn't be involved in them. I'm not saying one way or the other. I'm asking a question. um, but like, if I am involved in them, how should I be involved in them? Because what I'm seeing from a lot of people and from myself is that I constantly want to tell someone they're wrong and why they're wrong. I want to prove them wrong. I want to, when I see someone who says something that goes contradictory to um, what I believe or what one party thinks, and I want to tweet back at them. I want to comment and tell them how dumb they are, and I see this all over social media. I see it from celebrities. I see it from other politicians calling people dumb, and I've always just never been a fan of calling people dumb or stupid or insulting people. I'm not saying that I don't do it, um, but like it's just like not productive. It's not, as someone, if you believe in a purpose for your life and that there's something bigger to this world, how does that serve us? By arguing with people, by contending with people, by insulting people, by judging people. Um, does that, that's a genuine question. Does participating in that world of politics have any value, and should we do it? Genuine question. If you believe that, no, standing up for what's right and telling people they're wrong and why they're wrong um, protects the world, or um, it's something that has to be done, someone has to say it, then explain that to me and explain how I should go about it. Should I be willing to get mad and argue with people about politics? Should I make people dislike me? Should I be contentious? Should I on these big issues say the things that will um, really trigger the other side? And if we shouldn't do that, but we should still be involved in politics, then how do you do that? And what does that look like? What should we do? Um, and when I really look at it that way, when I really think about, okay, this politics thing, how would God or Jesus, one, either do this themselves? How would they, in my situation, go about these political issues of our time? And two, um, since I'm not God or Jesus, what would they want me to do? So one, what would God and Jesus do in my position in our world? And two, what do they want me to do and act and be with these issues and with these contentions? And again, give me your opinion, what you think. I honestly, genuinely, as someone who's been leaning conservative for the last couple of years, I used to not be political at all, but the last couple of years I became kind of like leaning conservative. But then just recently, I've been more like, well, I don't know if that's what God really wants me to do. As much as there's things in the conservative world that I believe in, there's a reason I believe in it. Um, but I don't know if that's what God wants me to do, you know? Um, and so I'd be curious to hear your guys' thoughts and what you feel inspired about this topic. But um, yeah, when I just think about what I think God wants me to do, um, leaning conservative or liberal in any of these issues uh, isn't maybe necessarily what He cares about what we do, you know? I can still have my beliefs about what's wrong and right, but they don't really matter. And it's not my job to judge people. It's not my job to argue with people. It's not my job to contend. It's not my job to convince. Um, it's really not even my job to teach. uh, that's why I'm just asking questions, because that's really the only thing I feel like I have the right to do is to ask questions. Uh, so, um, yeah, what do you guys think?